Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in your part of the world. This is King B with another video. And you see the title on the screen, Warning to Seafood Lovers as Major Problem Could Be Underestimated. This article come by way of Metro, who dropped this article 2 hours ago. So let's get into it and see what they're talking about. Modern life can sometimes feel like dodging a laser field of weird chemicals already, and unfortunately, there is something new to worry about. A study of forever chemicals has found that their levels in seafood could be underestimated. Lobster and shrimp were found to be the worst offenders, which authors theorized could be because they are bottom feeders. Now, first off, shout out to my subscribers. Salute to all of you. Thank you for tuning in, watching my videos, and subscribing to the channel. For those of you who clicked on this video, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. If you would be so kindly, click the notification bell. Click all. Please give the video a thumbs up. Help get this information out there. Alright, so if you check my previous videos, I have done videos on forever chemicals found in water, in our water, as well as food. So lobster and shrimp, bottom feeders, and this is for those of you who eat, seafood lovers out there. You gotta be careful. The study of fish and shellfish looked at common species bought in fresh fish markets in New Hampshire, a coastal U.S. state where eating seafood is widespread. So this isn't some place where the seafood is not fresh. This is in the state where they fish, and they getting their fish, their seafood fresh. It concluded that high seafood consumers may be exposed to PFAS concentrations that potentially pose a health risk. And authors call for better public policies about forever chemicals and better guidelines on how much seafood people should eat. It comes only a week after a separate study found the chemicals were also in common UK fruits, vegetables, and spices. So the problem is not only here in the US, but also in the UK and around the world. Forever chemicals are man-made chemicals, officially called perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl, linked to cancer, reproductive problems, and hormone issues, among other issues. Key in on man-made, right? Man-made, not natural. This is a man-made problem. All right, or mankind-made problem. They are given their nickname because they are extremely persistent, found in rainwater, soil, food, and our own bodies. Again, with these government planes spraying chemicals in the air, and I've talked about this in previous videos, right? They fly their planes at different altitudes, and they're spraying these chemicals. And these chemicals, they make the clouds, and it rains, and it just gets in the soil. It gets everywhere, right? And this is the problem. Okay, this is what we're facing as they continue to poison our sky, the sky, the atmosphere, the soil, while they continue to poison, this plane that some call Earth. Researchers measured the levels of 26 varieties of the chemicals called PFAS in samples of the most consumed marine species: cod, haddock, lobster, salmon, scallop, shrimp, and tuna. The study in the journal Exposure and Health said that in basket shrimp and lobster, PFAS were detected at median concentrations ranging from below the limit of detection to 1.74 and 3.30 ng/g respectively. Concentrations of in fish and seafood aside from shrimp or lobster measured generally less than 1 nanogram per gram. Megan Romano, who authored the study and is a professor of epidemiology at Dartmouth's Giselle School of Medicine, said, "Our recommendation isn't to not eat seafood. Seafood is a great source of lean protein and omega fatty acids. But it also is a potentially underestimated source of PFAS exposure in humans. Understanding this risk-benefit trade-off for seafood consumption is important for people making decisions about diet, especially for vulnerable populations such as pregnant people and children." Pregnant people. Wow, they don't even say pregnant women no more. Pregnant people now. There are currently health guidelines on how much fish to eat when it comes to potentially harmful levels of mercury, but none yet when it comes to PFAS. PFAS used in everything from the non-stick coating on pans to firefighting foam have gained more attention in recent years as having negative health effects. Yeah, those non-stick pans are dangerous. You know, the best pans to use to cook with is cast iron. You know, cast iron is the best to use to prepare your food, in my opinion. Plus, over time, if you take care of your cast iron pans and skillets properly, they will become non-stick. Right? But this is what they do, and this is what they've been doing. You know, they would promote something heavily, through ads, telling us it's a better option. Kind of like the same thing they did with when they first came out with margarine. They said margarine was a better alternative than butter. You know, meanwhile, margarine is close to being plastic. Margarine is worse. Margarine is no better. This is what they've been doing for years, and they continue to play the same game. All right. But I'm kind of where am I? I'm kind of stuck on this pregnant people comment. You know, pregnant people. Wow. Okay. That's another topic, for another video. Pregnant people. They are also present in commonly used pesticides in the UK and have found their way into popular fruit and veg. You know, and I'm going to say this about that pregnant people comment, and then I'm going to leave it alone. You know, I often talk about how, and I can't speak on it enough, how our children are under attack. But along with our children, natural-born women have been and still to this day are under attack as well, right? And not enough people are speaking up about it. Shout out to all the natural-born women out there. And this isn't anything negative, or this isn't hate towards anyone else, but I stand with natural-born women. My mother was a natural-born woman, right? And I stand with natural-born women. Shout out to all the natural-born women out there. I stand with you. But natural-born women have been and still are under attack heavily, you know. And it's a shame that not enough people are speaking up about that. I'm not afraid to speak up about that. I don't care what anyone else have to say about it. And again, this is not. This isn't a hate speech towards anyone else. I'm just saying I stand with natural born women. Shout out to all the natural born women out there. Okay, moving on. They are also present in commonly used pesticides in the UK and have found their way into popular fruit and veg. The Pesticide Action Network UK found strawberries to be the worst affected, with 95% of 120 test samples containing PFA pesticides. This was followed by 61% of the 109 grape samples tested, 56% of the 121 cherry samples, 42% of the 96 spinach samples, and 38% of the 96 tomato samples. And that's the end of this article. But again, I mean, they seem to cover all their bases, from spraying their poison in the atmosphere to the farmers using the toxic pesticides, spraying the crops, right? So you got the pesticides that the farmers use to spray the crops, on top of the poisons that these government planes are spraying in the air and the atmospheres. You know, it's just toxic chemicals on top of toxic chemicals. And let's not forget the toxic chemicals used in the manufacturing plants. Right? Let's not forget about that also. Okay? We really have to get back to growing our own foods. I said it before. And even then, we really have to get back to, you know, if you don't, praying over your food. Praying over your food. Okay? Because this is warfare. Right? Despite the war that everyone is talking about right now, that's going on. This right here is warfare. We've been at war, in my opinion. The war for our mind. Spiritual warfare as well. We're at war when it comes to our health. And this is what it's really about. And some of you may feel, wow, you know what? I mean, it feels like we can't eat anything. I mean, what's safe to eat? And that's a fair question, you know. But it's not hopeless. There is a solution. What solution? What can we do about this besides growing our own foods? You know, what can we do about these toxic chemicals? You know. But we have to keep looking for and researching and for solutions and having these type of conversations. You know, as I said before, you know, in my videos with, you know, love yourself and unconditionally and keep your loved ones close and have these type of conversations with your loved ones or with your group and make and plan and make plans and you know, constantly. Make sure your bases is covered. This is part of the conversation you should be having as far as what to do. And what about when it comes to evolving? Can we evolve? Can man evolve into a state to where we don't need to even eat food? Do that sound crazy to you, or do that sound like something that can be done? I think it can be. I know it can be done. Right? Look up breatharians. Do your research on breatharians. Because there are people out there who are breatharians and they do not eat. Right? Do your research on that. You know? So, you know, that's all I got for this video. Just another example of the attack that we are under, and it is an attack. They don't have to use all these chemicals. They don't have to spray all the pesticides on the crops. They don't have to poison the animals the way they do. You know, they don't have to spray their poisons in the air, right? They don't have our best interests, and and they never really did. There's a difference between mankind and man, and it's best that if you don't know that, it's best that you learn that, right? But that's all I got for you. This is King B. Till the next video. Peace.